Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultanate Empire. And in today's video, we are going to be continuing What If Civilization Started Over. And I would just like to say I apologize for missing so many uploads. And for like the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I have been sick. I have been so busy. And it's just so much I've had to do like the past week or so. So I apologize. Uploading hopefully will be able to go back to normal soon. I'm not too sure. I've just been way too busy for anything really. I've barely had any time to do anything in terms of record or even make a post. So that's why I haven't updated you guys in a while. So again, just like to apologize, but let's go ahead and get into today's video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the continued exploration and colonization of the new Americas and take a break from the whole World War thing going on over there. So let us go ahead, look at the brand new areas that will be colonized, and also look at the new explored areas in three, two, and one. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new North America, but we'll get to that fairly shortly. Let us go ahead and look at down here in South America real quick. As we can see, exploration was made. Several new countries were created, specifically these two countries right down here. These two countries are native countries that were found while exploring. We can see the expansions made done by the blue team, red team, and South African Empire team. Ooh, excuse me. The other countries here didn't really expand due to the war currently. Now, up to North America, which, as you can see, looks very different. One, we have the discovery of this country right down here. They took all of North Baja California. The Mexicans expanded a little bit more north and took the southern portion of Baja. Meanwhile, this country was created and they got this. The Italians expanded their colony. These guys didn't really expand. These guys expanded a little bit. Uh, Ender didn't expand, and neither did these guys, the Brown Team Norway, or this country up here, or even this one. But now, let us get into the Conference of America, or the Treaty of LA, because this treaty is taking place in the capital of California, which is in fact LA. So we have the Conference of America, or the Treaty of LA, or California, the Treaty of California. As we will be seeing, let us go ahead and zoom on in down here. Sorry about that. I am still sick, so yeah, I am still sick, so we will be seeing the Mexicans take all of this land right over here. We will be seeing this brand new country of natives that just popped up take all of this land right here. We will be seeing the Italians take all of this land right down here. We will be seeing this brand new country, which also just popped up, take all of this land right over here. We will be seeing the Californians take all of this land right here. And we will be seeing two new countries pop up right here in the center in three, two, and one. And alrighty, here are the two new countries popping up in this nice little center area right here. Let us go ahead and after I just give them like these 2 pixels right over here, let us move on to the next part of the conference, where we will be seeing this neutral country right over here without any protest from any other country. They will be claiming all of these lands right here on both sides of their claimed territory that they have. And they will look something like so, looking a little something like this, having a nice, interesting border with the Norwegians, to say the least. Meanwhile, the Australians, the pink Australians down in Australia, who will blah 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 English, who we will go look at fairly shortly, will be claiming all of this territory for themselves. Now, they were able to make it over here. I did not mean to give them the entire coastline. That is not what I meant to do. Did I give them the right thing? That is the wrong thing. Yes, yes, I did. Okay. We're good. We're good. Yes. Yes. Very much so. Okay. Time to move on to the 2 largest claims here in the North American Conference. And those claims are the claims of Norway and Alaska. Now, the last time the Alaskans expanded was back in the 1600s. So it's been about 100 years since they last expanded. So this expansion for them is really good for their population, and it just immediately boosts morale for their people. So, yay, Alaska. The Norwegians, however, you wouldn't expect the people of like all of the other countries to agree to give the Norwegians this. But they do. They agree for the Norwegians to have this. Now you may be thinking to yourselves, how can the Norwegians take so much land and be okay? Well, well, my friends, if we go ahead and look at the stability map, which needs to be updated after all of these movements, you will see that the Norwegians are not as stable as you think. They're yellow. And after this, after it's updated in the next video, you will see that they are a very, very different color than yellow, to say the least. Anyways, let us move on to a more disputed region of this conference. And that is down here, where we see the natives up here in the north trying to get land here on the mainland. Meanwhile, the Scottish are trying to expand their colony along this coastline right up here. But eventually, the Scots and the natives are able to come to an agreement. The Scottish will give up their claims over here, and instead, they will take all of this land right over here. In return, the native country gets all of this land right over here. Now, no one has any complaints about this. No one's complaining. No one's throwing a fuss or a fit about this agreement or this new deal that the natives and the Scots have drawn up. So everyone is practically in agreement with it. But in terms of the Scottish getting all of that territory that I just newly colored in, they're not getting the whole thing. That's a lie, they are. The Scots, without any protest from any other country, get all of this. And although they didn't get the coastline they wanted, they're still fairly happily, they're English, they're still fairly happy that they were able to expand their colony with some more land because their colony actually has a lot of coastline and not that much usable land. Not that the land in Canada is usable anyways, but more usable land than normal. Meanwhile, down here, the native country, right over here, expands just a wee bit more by taking all of this territory. Now we have the Britannians, not the British. I mean, like Brittany, the region in France. The French, technically, we'll just call them the French. The French Empire, which is currently involved in World War One alongside Ender, cannot agree on who should get this over here. Because whoever gets this practically cuts off the other from colonization or from expansion. And so the Californians and the rest of everyone else inside the Treaty of California or the Conference of America draws up this brand new border. And I will fix the border after. Basically, looking something like this, with the French getting the southern portion and Ender's country getting all this northern portion, splitting it half and half, basically. And well, Ender and the French agree to it. So let us go ahead and take a look at the brand new North America in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here is the brand new North America, and this is what the brand new North America is looking like in terms of the Conference of America, with all of these countries practically getting what they want and no real problem, besides Ender and the French, who are currently both involved in World War One. Now, let us go ahead and take a look at China and Korea in their current war. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. Wow. Oh my god. Well, while it looks like we were distracted looking over at colonization and the Conference of America, it seems like the Chinese have really made a push. But wait, it seems like the Koreans are pushing them back for some reason, and very, very strongly and very, very heavily pushing back the Chinese. And I mean, the Chinese are technically stronger than the Koreans in terms of military power, so seeing them get pushed back is just weird and unexpected, really. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is because the Chinese took over this city right here. This city was built on top of an underground water source. Now, only problem, this underground water source, in terms of the water, where the water is at, is a hole that was dug, a mass grave during the Korean Civil War. Now, this mass grave never properly filled up. It just kind of got covered over by like rocks and buildings. Eventually, that grave filled up with water. Now, the Koreans put a sign said, don't drink the water in this city. But the Chinese don't know how to read Korean, so they drank the water. So I welcome you to the Shanjik plague, which can kill you in under 30 seconds if you are sick long enough. The symptoms are coughing, runny nose, the scratchy throat, and the worser you get, you will get a fever. You will feel like throwing up every 5 minutes, but you won't throw up. You will feel like you're hungover or drunk, or like you're hungover from being drunk. And you will begin to bleed profusely as soon as you're about to die. Like uh five, like a minute or two before you die, you will begin to bleed from your eyeballs and your nose and your mouth. You'll just start, like, blood will just start pouring out of your body. And then eventually you will die from blood loss, as you will practically bleed out or suffocate from all of the blood gathering in your throat. It is a very dangerous plague and a very, very dangerous virus. And I mean, the Chinese, hey, it is just absolutely spreading through their lines right now. Like when I say spread, I mean like just spreading through their entire country. Like no tomorrow. And like it practically controls and takes over the entire northern half of their country. Now, the northern Japanese in the Hokkaido area, I believe that island is Hokkaido. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty much kills anyone after finding out about this virus and infection. Practically kills anyone and everyone that attempts to cross their border. Meanwhile, the virus continues to spread to Korea as people run while they're sick and basically infect others. And it reaches right about here before the Korean government is able to effectively stop the virus's spread, as they kind of stop people from going any more south. And now this war has taken a turn for the worse in terms of that. But we essentially see people flee from up north going down into Japan, which is not good. And in a matter of a year, within a year, the north part of Japan becomes infected. And that is a big, big no bueno, as this country is completely infected by the virus. And the government is pretty much all infected. The king, the royal family, practically dies from the virus, turning that country into an anarchist state, with the royal family gone and there pretty much no semblance of government left. So, yeah, that is definitely interesting. And the Chinese, well, it continues to spread into their country as the Korean people that fled from Korea that were sick kind of flee into China and infect their people, which is not good due to how populated China is. Now, it's not as populated as India, as if India got infected, that would be very, very, very bad. But let's hope it doesn't ever get that far, right? Right? It won't ever reach that far. One can hope. Let us go ahead and look at the World War One, in terms of the Asian front between India and the Southeast Asian Accord, or the Southeast Asian Pact, or whatever you want to call it. uh, as the Indian alliance will continue to push back the Southeast Asian Accord or Pact or Alliance thingy, whatever you want to call it, as they're able to push to right here before being halted. Meanwhile, the Indians are still being halted on their front over there. The Taiwanese begins pushing into this area, attempting yet again to cut off the capital and siege the capital and take the capital over in one fell swoop, once again to knock out South China. But as the invasion is going well, as the invasion is going on and they're pushing through South China's country with relative ease, the invasion just stops. The front line just halts, and the Taiwanese don't push anymore. And well, that is because the virus just landed on their capital. How? Why? Well, it's not on or in their capital, but it's on their main island. And it quickly spread throughout their main island, quickly encircling their capital, and now their capital was trying to prevent people from getting in. Now, you may be wondering, how is this possible? Well, someone got on a boat. Someone, a Vietnamese person lives in Vietnam. And well, he landed at this city in Taiwan. Now, the Vietnamese government knew he was coming, so they put their ships right here, ready to intercept him. They intercepted the cruise line he was supposed to be on, but he wasn't on it. That's because he detoured to go visit some friends and family that were living in the Philippines. He stopped here at this city, and mind you, he is infected with this virus. So everywhere he goes, every place he visits, he infects, he makes sick, he ruins lives. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But essentially, he lands down here, infecting the city down here. He then lands at this southern island right over here, infecting the southern portion of this island right down there, before eventually landing at a coastal village right over there. That's where he lands, and that is where he goes. So let us go ahead and look at the effects that has on all of these countries in the coming months of the continued World War I in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is everything that the virus is able to spread to within within 2 years of just existing. This is how much the virus and how far the virus will spread. We will not look at this until those 2 years pass. This is where the virus will be in 2 years. And well, in 2 years, the Chinese Korean War will be over and we'll be looking more at World War One. I almost said two, but this is the First World War. So, I would just like to say this will be the end of the video. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and go beneath the video and hit that like button. If you didn't, you can hit the dislike button if you so choose. And you can also leave a comment telling me how much the video was so terrible and like so bad and I should do better. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultanate Empire. If you want to continue to enjoy my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell notification icon to be notified the next time I upload a video, which, if I'm not busy or sick, will be almost every day. I try to do every day, that is. I'm Sean's Mapping, or the Sultanate Empire, and I will, oh my god, I will see you beautiful ladies and gentlemen in the next video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may live, wherever you may be. And I'll see y'all in the next one. See ya!